Next 4 or 5 minutes, I'm gonna get a hold of your mind with music. Okay, I can just about guarantee I can step into every one of your heads without saying a word. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through this, and I'm going to play a few notes on this piano. And from time to time, it may cause you to say something or think something or do something, and that's okay. It's just the way that music works. And I'm going to ask you at the beginning of this message, and I'll ask you again at the end. Will you take your talents and gifts and use them for God's glory alone? I've watched so many young musicians with talents singing Amazing Grace and What a Friend We Have in Jesus, and now they're off singing trash somewhere. And I'm not throwing out names or nothing, but you know good and well it happens. And my goal tonight, with God's help, is to encourage you to use the talents and gifts and skills that you develop for God's glory alone. I'm going to start off in when I rolled up into the parking lot, actually coming out the road here, I saw a very old cemetery, and I saw the sign, and Brother Earl was telling me that it belonged to the church. And when you think about a funeral, you think, or a graveyard, you think about real negative tones like this, and you're in a cemetery, and it's a dark night. Lightning is crashing. And the thunder's rolling, and rain is dripping off of your chin as you throw the last shovelful of dirt onto Uncle Joe's casket. It's okay to smile. It's funny, you know. And then all of a sudden, out of the corner, now where are you at? You went from a graveyard or a cemetery to a circus in just a matter of seconds. Now, how did that happen? I was describing to you a cemetery, and then I changed over into circus music, and your mind it's like taking the hot water in a shower and shoving it over to cold all of a sudden. Your mind is like, what was that? It is so easy for your mind to be controlled by music. As a matter of fact, music is the mechanism that controls your mind, and the devil knows that. I would say, from my experience, the devil is more educated and intellectual about music than you would ever imagine, and he has ripped apart Baptist churches across the United States and around the world using dirty music. Yeah. Having said that, for just a moment, you think for just a second when you hear, "Just as I am." Now, we're in an invitation in a church, right? Without one plea. Are we still in an invitation? See, we had invitation music, and now you're sitting in a concert listening to a 12-year-old play their classical music set. And that, just a matter of notes, without really saying anything, your mind went away from the invitation. Now, some of you are still like, what is he talking about? Some of you I've already got. I'll get every one of you here in a minute. What if I did this right here? I'll get some of you on this one. And you should probably be in church every time the doors open. As a matter of fact, you should 100% every time the doors are open. Sometimes on a Sunday afternoon, you're, kind of backslid, and you shouldn't be this way, but you're in a certain place and you hear this. Where you at? Now, I didn't say a word, but some of you are in Wrigley Field looking at the kudzu on the back fence, waiting on somebody to hit a ball your direction. Okay? Without saying a word, I put some of you in a ball field. Let's do this. Now where are you? I didn't say a word. Y'all crazy. Let's see, we may have some educated people in here. Where? Yeah, or watching tassels walk down the aisle, and grandmothers are crying, and flashes and pictures, and I didn't say a word, and I put you in a graduation. Thank you. We have a man saluting right here. He knew exactly what to do because I moved his arm to his forehead without saying a word. Isn't that amazing how music can do that? Well, as long as it says something about Jesus, it's okay. Nonsense. Nothing could be further from the truth. There's spiritual music and then there's worldly music. There's a huge difference between the two. Now let's do this here. I took you to the beautiful mountain city of Mayberry without saying a word. Ain't that something? And we'll do this. I might make some of you perform an action here, and if you feel led to do it, it's okay. I have Brother Wheeler's permission to do this, but don't be embarrassed if you feel compelled to do something. I'm going to play less than 10 notes, and I'll probably make you want to do something. Here we go. Whoa, I heard it. Now, where did I put you then? Okay, see, I didn't say a word, and y'all are thinking about creepy people. Some of you parents will thank me for this on the way home tonight. Oh, somebody said it. He's doing it, Brother Borden. Look at these kids. I'm just telling you how it is, okay? We got to get our minds in gear that music is just as important as the lyrics, okay? I don't play no banjo. I'll do two more. I put a hot dog in your hand without saying a word. Some of y'all are food-minded like me. Oh, I got him. See, it's and I'll do this little one here. Some of y'all sung accidentally on that one. And you're like, okay, you know what to do on this. Now, that's something that I did, about happiness. Let's do this one about happiness. You ask me why I'm, help me, happy, so I'll just tell you why. Because. Now, see, that both songs about happiness, one of them made you do something with your hands. The other one, some of you felt on the inside, because I can feel it up here. What if we do like this? Okay. Now that's talking about doing works. But in our field, I hear the Savior say, thy strength indeed is small. Child of weakness, watch and pray. Find in me thine all in all. Help me now. Jesus paid it all. Don't need to row the boat. All to him I owe. Sin had left a crimson stain. He washed it white as snow. Grace, grace, God's grace, grace that will pardon and cleanse within. Grace, grace, God's grace, grace that is greater than all my sin. You know what the most popular song in the whole world is? They say it's a tie between Amazing Grace, which blew my mind. It's been translated into hundreds of languages. But other than that, the most popular song in the world is this one. Some of y'all got it. It's a Small World. But when I think about my favorite song, it's number 346 in the red hymnal. You don't have to turn to it if you don't want to, but if you want to help me, I'd appreciate it because I like to hear a lot of people singing it. And then we'll go to Psalm 100. So help me on this. My name is in the book of life. Oh, bless the name of Jesus. I rise above all doubt and strife and read my title clear.